it where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code.
It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, everybody, alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Dak going to start out going to the air. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Receiver downfield.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Second down, back to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side to Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
So he looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Right back to 31-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome of the score.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. He'll look to throw. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, it's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Nifty move. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Going for it with Sanders. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game, 7-3.
Well, no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, 3rd quarter, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Sanders, 75 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got a
just looking down at the side. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? They saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
A first down throw for Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll go again with Sanders. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he finds some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
30 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A give to Elliott running left. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see 2 touchdowns for him now in the ballgame, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense that they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop him.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 44, Prescott steps away to his left. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Prescott on first down. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And some room to run now. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. But that's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work?
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brand, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, give me pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC East. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morris. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it with the option right. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 30, past the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because it's not popped up. He just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start with the option.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. Uses the stiff arm. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They run here with Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Second down and goal. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead, put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from Western Kentucky by way of South Florida. It's Mike White. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, White. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On 2nd and 12, White. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. On the Jets sweep, here comes Moore. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's White. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now White. And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
On 1st down, Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen going to throw. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Option over the middle to Diggs. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Allen to throw once more. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love it.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have moved out in front.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Personal foul, unnecessary running, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And New York set to take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. White to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. White. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 2nd and 10, Allen gets this one to Morris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary. 57 yards.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Holding, proceeding.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now White. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both gained will over the other.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Singletary again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Tyler Bass for the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the team.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Hines now on the return.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 42 yards.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, it's White. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
White's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 39. White. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. White looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go right back to Singletary. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Singletary trying the left side, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Allen. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. White. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. The left side caught by Diggs. There he goes again, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, White. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just...
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And now the rookie's free. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. Defensively, really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 22 yards for David Montgomery. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Here we go, set.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tua going to throw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Room here to run. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Fields. There's Mooney with another. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Dolphins. And a big turnover there. Will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's...
Safety. The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Play action. It's Fields. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Holding, offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup. But it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 16-point deficit.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He'll get this up to about the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On 4th down, here's the option.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure to a hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the turnover, a huge break. They'll start 1st and goal.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown Bears!
Justin Fields finding Darnell Mooney. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the point after try for Santos. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. Yeah, this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Let's go. Clock at 27.